Hi there guys, how's it going? This is Matt the Tomato right here. Thanks ever so much for tuning in and welcome back to SimCity 4, where the region is one big city. So in the last episode, we got cracking here with Mint Waters, which is the requested city by Retro Green, and he has requested that we put in a high wealth, high density area of the map, which ties in really well with the spot that we've chosen here, because this is where the major city centre is. So we are beginning by just building up some low density, a little bit of medium density in here. We're going to save up enough money to be able to water this whole area with the big water station, and then basically from there we can then further develop this area to be, you know, high wealth, very, you know, lots of parks and things like that, with a view to then moving on to the higher density stuff. So that'll be fine. The only thing I'm thinking here is I'd like to build the police station and the hospital in here. That's actually one tile bigger. Also, so is the school. So let's go with this here then. And let's leave room for the school and the police station and everything there. That is also the perfect size for a soccer field though. So let's put one of those in. I hate calling it soccer field. No disrespect to any Americans, but I really hate that it's called a soccer field when it is football. It is a football field, but hey ho. Okay, yeah, so as I said, we're not seeing any dense buildings here because obviously there's no water, so it's completely limiting the growth of this area. So what I have done though is I've manipulated the taxes, so we should see some different wealths coming in as soon as we water the area, because at the moment the land value is probably sufficient, okay enough, but then there's no water, so there's no development. So just make it a little bit of money here. Yeah, they do want some connections. I know, I get it. There is obviously a lot of stations that aren't powered here, so that's the major reason as to why. Out of sheer curiosity, there is in fact some usage here, and that's because there's probably people coming in from this section over this way. They're joining into these areas. There's a bit of usage here as well, which is really good. The subway is probably not, although maybe there's a bit of commute traffic between these two. There is. There's a bit of commute traffic moving between these two areas here. And probably subsequently over here as well. I'm pretty sure I put in, yeah, people are moving over to the commercial zone over here, so they're using the subway to go shopping, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted it to do. I didn't think it would work quite so early, but it has. But then I suppose there's enough people here that it will do. One thing I would just like to note here is the current population of the region, because I believe... Okay, no, we still have to hit like another 180,000 people. I was thinking that maybe we might be close enough to perhaps hitting the 1 million people population, which could be interesting actually to consider. But then again, it's one big city, so you can imagine like there's a few cities that are about 1 million in population. At the moment, off the top of my head, Manchester in the UK is about 1 million in population. So we've currently built basically a city that is the size of Manchester. So we're doing okay, is what I'm trying to say. Good. Okay, right. Excellent. Right, before we... actually, no, first things first, I'd like to go into the neighbour deals here. Actually, no, we're doing okay, that's fair enough. Thinking about maybe getting rid of some more garbage, but we don't actually need to. So one thing I was going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and save and exit, and we're going to go start up another tile here. And the only reason for that is because, well, basically we have a situation where we actually have a fair demand for jobs, and there's a lot of industry. So we could do with perhaps expanding on one of our industrial estates. So Railbury isn't that far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop into the Temple Industrial Estate here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just throw in a little bit more industry into this area. That seems fine. Because there is no doubt going to be a generic regional demand for industry here. A couple of people have been asking about when I'm going to do high tech. I definitely would like to try a high-tech... definitely would like to try a high-tech industry zone very, very soon. Oh, it's just done exactly the same thing as the one I didn't want it to do. It's also done it over here. Right, so I need to do this and then hit the shift button before actually In, there we go. Because obviously we don't want to cross these tracks here. Cool. Okay, right. So let's just accelerate time here. Are we making? We are making money in this city. That's good. Cool. Okay, so just a little bit more industry, just to satisfy the overall demand for industry in the region. Not that many people from Mint Waters are going to be coming over here to work. That's most definitely not going to be the case. People aren't going to come over this way. Also, at the moment where there's quite a high, there's a lack of connection to this particular tile at the moment from sort of the major city centre area. Yeah, so if people want to come here, there's currently no actual connection other than if you got the boat over to here and then over to here and then use the road network to go all the way around. Why would you do that? So if anything, the people who are working here at the moment are going to be people from Oriana-on-Sea and Toonville and stuff like that. No one is going to be coming from anywhere else to work here. But by satisfying the regional demand, we should be fine. People from Mint Waters are more likely to go work over here in the Railbury industrial estate. Just wanted to actually show the boundaries real quick, because I'm just thinking, yeah, we might have a call to build another industrial estate here, or perhaps maybe expand this one into this tile, so that there's a little bit more industry in and around sort of the eastern side of the map over here for people to commute to, as opposed to maybe cramming themselves into the Railbury one, or even travelling cross-city to go to the Venus industrial estate, that sort of thing. So there is a fair amount of potential to maybe build another industrial estate that will be a bit more local, so that people can basically, if you work here, you can just hop on the road, get out here on the motorway, and off you go, and you're going out towards that sort of zone. That is a possibility. Right now, though, we need to look at finishing up this development here. So, monies. Okay, we do need to make ourselves a little bit more money here. So, I was actually thinking I'm not going to actually zone on that stretch there. Let's do this. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. Okay, and I'm just going to pop in a street just along there that will connect that area. Some bigger areas just emerged there. That's kind of interesting. Okay. It's annoying. Okay. Actually going to D-zone this entire section here. And as expensive as they are, I'm actually going to put 3 soccer fields in there, because that increases the land value massively. The other thing is, because we're close to the agriculture here, I wanted to be a bit careful about the land value, and subsequently obviously the power plant. So make sure that it is sufficiently high, because it being next to this farmland, it might just drop the land value a little bit, especially with this down here. So it is possible. Okay, I'm not quite sure we can definitely afford the big water plant at the moment, but I think with the increase in buildings, I don't know, it's tempting. I might just expand a little bit further with the medium density first before I do. So, actually, we could build some shopping on the major area there. So yeah, actually, let's do this and continue to expand it out this way, almost like that. Yeah, don't zone on that area, because then otherwise that's going to be a ludicrous connection. And then we can go with some large commercial properties along there. We'll put in a few of these large plazas to sort out some of the land value. And maybe some softball fields. Actually, that's that could be a good spot. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's put a softball field on the corner there. And actually, let's go with a couple of medium flower gardens on there as well. Again, they're close to the farms, so things are going to be impacted. Might just be out of range of the fire station as well. It is. Yeah, okay. Right. They're complaining that there's no road access. Is that strictly true? No, it isn't. There is road access there, so that's nonsense. Also, actually just going to change this into a road here, because that's going to need a lot. That's going to be quite a busy stretch, because there's really only one way in there, so it will in fact be better to do that, yeah. And perhaps maybe to relieve traffic, we might want to actually go ahead and do something like this. And actually build, really, and actually build a bridge there that connects. Right, city incomplete without a city hall. Okay, yep. We're going to build that in the major area over here, though. It doesn't really suit being built out here. So yeah, we will build that in the major city centre area. I think we are ready for this big water pump here now, though. So let's go ahead and build that and see what kind of crazy-ass development we're going to get here. So we'll go with the large water pump, which we will put there. Yeah, so we're straight away impacting our income a fair bit, but at the same time, you know, we are... Is that going to be okay? Because this is all farmland here, so I want to make sure that we're not watering that. Okay, excellent. This is farmland as well, isn't it? Yeah, so we need to delete that piece. Yes, it is. Okay, so there we are. Delete that piece. Come in over here. Yeah, that's a pain. Trying desperately not to water that area. Yeah, because I've got houses right next to the. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be alright. Okay, and then we can just run this this pipe job all the way around here, basically. So there's no other problems with the pipe job. So let's run this up here, and that should actually cover it all, and it does, which is great. Okay, fab. So now that we've watered the whole area, there we go. We're seeing some nice buildings actually popping up here. And all of a sudden the whole area is now going to be developing. Now, it's a risk because obviously with buildings developing you lose a lot of tax income, but yeah, we've actually got a bit more development now. And once those buildings are actually built, we can then obviously get more people living in the city. So yeah, they're all demanding services, which is, you know, obviously a thing. We'll put that in over there. You'll want schools and everything like that. Oh, the fire department landing strip has become available. The stadium has become available. Okay, we will build all of those. And we're seeing some higher wealth properties kicking in over here now as well, which is great. So the first thing I'm going to put in then that is going to... I think I'm going to go with the large police station. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's cover that. Probably not the priority. Like, I think they would have probably preferred schools, but schools and hospitals. But hey ho, it's the slightly more affordable one at this time. So yeah, we're seeing some nice buildings actually popping up here. This one in here, high wealth residential, fabulous. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So hopefully we'll get some higher wealth properties starting to emerge. Oh, that's the deluxe police station. We might end up going with that at some point. Yes, that's true. Okay, we do need to build a jail. Cool. Okay. Normally we put the jail over by the landfill, but in this case we don't actually have a landfill. So let's put it right next to the motorway and what is essentially going to be next to the power plants. Oh, that'll be okay. I'm using about a third of that at the moment, so that's good. So yeah, we just need some slightly higher wealth properties here. Yeah, traffic jams, of course there are. Traffic jams everywhere. One of the only things that I was sort of, you know, thinking about with this game is that the actual micromanagement of traffic was not as important. So obviously there is an element of, you know, if you manage your traffic well and you keep your roads clear, then obviously you're going to do well. But compared to something like City Skylines, where traffic is everything, then, you know, it's just not quite the same, but at the same time it allows you maybe just to focus a little bit more, you know, actually building a city. But I don't worry about the traffic as much. So in a game like this, whereas in City Skylines, I plan everything for traffic management. So it's just, you know, those sorts of things, little things that change the way you play depending on the game. Right, let's get a school in here then. So we'll go with the large elementary. I'll pop it in over there. It's very likely that we're going to be at around about 2,000. But I'll start off with 1,500 and see how we're getting on. So obviously that's going to change a lot of things as well, because now that there's a school here, people are going to be very, very happy with... ooh, I could put that in there, but actually I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to put it in over there instead. It's the private school. Some more buildings changed up there as a result of actually building the school. So, yes, it is massively underfunded. Okay, with 2,500, that'll be all right. So that means we're now losing money. So we need to dive into some dense buildings. So let's go ahead and put some of this up here. There's some big plots here as well, which is nice. So hopefully we'll see some nice big buildings popping up in this zone. Probably don't want to do that. Although it would be relatively convenient if I did that. So, what do we want in here? With a couple of tennis courts and some random playgrounds. I don't know, something really odd. You probably can't even get to half of them. So what's the point? And we'll also go with some medium park greens in here, and we can also build the church. So yeah, let's put that there. That'll be all right. That's okay. I'm quite happy to go with the church there. That's fine. Okay, good. So we'll see what kind of buildings actually pop up over here. So straight away, there's some nice towers. Now, I'm imagining that's low wealth. Yeah, it is low wealth. So we will change that up, of course. There is a university. Ooh, I think we might end up building that as well. New house for the new devout. Yes. Okay. Let's build that down here. Let's pop that in there. And then the grave. We might end up building the university. Actually, I'll put that in the same one. Let's put that there. That'll be alright. Okay, good. And I'll sort of do something like this. That'll be okay. Okay, so it doesn't actually connect there, but that's alright. So we can sort of build some buildings around it. Okay, good. So, what are the factors here that are affecting things? So, pollution is low, garbage low, school grade high, hospital grade low, though. That's the thing. So, also the commute's quite long. So, hospital is obviously the next thing we need to invest in. But what I would like to do first is sort of maybe try and organise how I'm going to build a commercial centre here. And I'm feeling that this is going to be the area. So let's get a whole load of head malls in here. Okay, and then I'm going to build a one-way road that goes over there. So here, this is going to be a big old commercial centre here, but yeah, we're going to do it like this. A one-way road there. Actually, I might do more Pedmal stuff, actually. Okay, another grave. Yeah, we will put that in. We do more Pedmal stuff. So yeah, let's do it like this. Cool. So we can build some commercial buildings in there on Pedmal, which I think is the way we're going to do it. So yeah, let's Pedmal this up here. Might do the same there. There's a road there, isn't there? Yeah, there's a road. Okay, cool. So it's a nice couple of pedestrian zones in the middle here. And let's do that as well. Cool. And then we'll have one more section there, which will be the end of the commercial. So this is all going to be a commercial area in the middle here. Got an elevated train station right at the top there. So if I build the city hall, I was probably going to put it like somewhere here, right in the middle is probably where I was going to put it. So we'll do that. Right, get the cemetery in first. So if we put that there, we can sort of like, yeah, allocate a zone there. Like, so you can imagine maybe it's one big cemetery or something like that. So we can do that. That will work out okay. We'll build a few more dense residential bits here, and then we'll think about getting the commercial in. So, how big? Yeah, that's okay. I'll do that. And let's also make sure that we can increase the development a bit further by making sure that this area is all watered. Is the other reason why things are not quite developing at that top section, because this whole area here wasn't watered. So once we get some water in there, then we can get some nice big buildings appearing. Cool. Okay. Religious call for new roof. Sure. Where are we going to put that? That looks like a good spot. That will work out just fine. Yeah, and some bigger buildings popping in here. These are all low wealth for now, though. Oh, the television studio, and also another cemetery. Okay, so the television studio, that can go in there. That's fine. And then we need another cemetery, which so happens to fit in there. So it's basically one large cemetery. Is kind of what I've done here. One large area. That's fine. More taller buildings are popping up here as well. Now, as I said, for now they are low wealth. However, we can further increase the wealth to make sure. Okay, so we actually need another school here. So if I go down to 2,500-ish, we can then build another one somewhere else. So maybe something. Actually, in there is probably going to be a good spot. Somewhere in there will be a decent place for that. We're going to need 2 hospitals as well. So we'll need to prepare for the funding hit that we're going to take to the budget when we build those. Okay, that's much better. Okay, and the other one is the same? Yeah, good. Okay, so we've now spread the amount of students around a bit. And obviously, you know, this might change a bit here because they've got a schools a bit closer. But yeah, hospital is what the people badly want right now. Okay, so this low wealth area here is almost all high wealth, which is great. So we've achieved the goal over there. It's just this medium area we need to work on. But we need more parks and things like that. But we also need hospital. We need a lot more parks. Okay, cool. So things are still developing there. Just letting it run for a little while because we are making some money. We're not making that much, but we are making some. But there's also some development kicking in. So just allowing things to develop. We're also going to need some commercial. Yeah, we need the big commercial zone, really. That will really stimulate the growth if we get that going. So if I sort of maybe do this dense residential stuff a little bit. So yeah, if I make sure that I think that's enough room for a hospital. It is. Okay, so make sure that there's enough room there. We might be able to just get the power to jump here. So yeah, I'm just going to look to get the power to jump. Also, that is potentially a spot for a soccer field, which it is. So let's put a soccer field in there. And so now the power can actually jump over here, so we can actually get this big commercial area up and running. There is actually a spot that doesn't have water there. That's really bad. Is this farmland? No. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this territory here. What I do know, though, is that the mayor's house needs water. So, what is a mayor's house without running water? So let's make sure let's just preemptively do this. I think I might have left a gap there, which is not brilliant, but there we go. We can run another pipe, it's not going to be the end of the world. Good, okay, and yeah, let's just run one across the top here as well, because you never know, like things can happen. There we go, so we've got multiple connections. Okay, excellent, right, so now that that's all watered across there, this should be okay. And we should be able to subsequently develop up our large commercial area here. So we'll go high density commercial. It's not going to be, the buildings in this particular bit aren't going to be that tall in here, but they will be down the central areas. There we go. And subsequently here. Before too much else develops though, we need large plazas galore. Turn that around. Probably there, that's going to be fine. Yeah, okay. Because that's going to be the big commercial zone. Okay, excellent. Right. Also probably going to preemptively chuck down the other fire station here as well, because we are sort of the edge there. So, we'll put it in over here. It's probably going to be fine. Yeah, I'll put that in there over there. So we've got another fire station that covers this area. So things, things are safe. Hopefully the commercial will develop. Oh yeah, we need the spiritual seekers need a new place to go. That's fine. Probably not next to the TV studio. That's probably a really bad place to put it. So there's already one there though. That's the thing. So maybe we'll shove that one over there. And we will build the City Hall, wherever it is. There. Right, so the City Hall, that's around about the centre, isn't it? Yeah. Let's put that in there. And that will really drive up commercial demand. Which will be good. Okay, we're starting to see City Courts. Okay, we will put that down. We're actually starting to see some better buildings here. So this one here in particular is still low wealth. But they're slightly better buildings. So if we can increase the wealth in this area, we might be okay. And obviously one of the bigger things that we need is a hospital. So yeah, it's the single biggest thing that's missing from the whole city at the moment is the hospital. So people are very sick, I can imagine. Okay, so let's have another look at our ordinances here as well. So we got CPR, free clinic program, neighborhood watch program. That could be quite good. We're spending on a lot of these ordinances here. Yeah, let's go with the automobile reduction. Ooh, that's expensive. Oof. No, I think we'll be fine there. We will, however, go ahead and legalise gambling. Let's make that a thing. We will have the police presence to sort it out, so let's not worry too much. Okay, right, so I'm going to end this episode right here, so that's for now. Cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more SimCity 4, and our playthrough here where the region is one big city. See you later, guys.